Thank you. Hello. So, in the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about some things that have been pretty heavy, and what I wanted to bring us to before we talk through the sermon today is this legacy of impact. So the gospel moment today is just about a legacy of impact that you can have in people's lives, and I think that's important. And in line with what John just said, we have an opportunity to recognize that the sins that are going on all around us all the time, some of which we participate willingly, some of which we turn our backs to, and some of which we simply just acknowledge but do nothing with at all, those all pile up and they need to be accounted for. And every once in a while, God gives you a hug, right? God will give you a hug and remind you that He's still there. I know I've talked with almost every single person in our beautiful church body at some point about this exact thought. So let me share a quick story with you. About 3 weeks ago, I was sitting in my office. We had just gotten done doing a search warrant with my investigation group. And so I'm processing the paperwork, and I get an email from a patrol officer who says, "Hey, Sarge, looks like I'm down here at this home development. There was a burglary, and the guy who's the construction company foreman told me that you saved his life 14 years ago, and he just wanted to say thanks." So he gave me his name, and so I'm like, all right, well, my business card after 20 years as a police officer is in a lot of people's wallets. Most of them we find in the jail, and they call me and say, "Yeah, you changed his life, I bet." So I look up this guy's name. I can't find his name anywhere. And so I ultimately end up calling this man. The phone number is there. I wanted to do some prep where I call him, and he says, when I was 14, so it's actually 16 years ago. He's 30 now. When I was 14, you had taken a case. This is back in 2008. And you had solved the case, but in the process of solving it, you decided to share Christ with me. You told me that I was better in the eyes of God than what was in front of me right now. Like I was better in the eyes of God than the sin that I was doing. You told me that. And you told me that it'd be okay. And then you prayed with my mom, and you prayed with me. Now, I didn't remember any of this because it's been a long time, like 16 years. So 16 days ago, I can't remember what I'm doing, right? But this impacted this man because he says to me, I'm 30 years old, I'm married, I got a couple kids, and every month we talk about some way that decision you made not to arrest me, because I was able to talk to the victim and get the victim to not press charges. That decision you made not to arrest me has changed my whole life, and we talk about that, and I love Jesus, and I just want to tell you thank you. And I was floored. I'm talking to this guy, and of course I have to be in my station, so I'm telling everybody I just have allergies. Really bad indoor allergies, right? I wanted to start today. We're going to be talking about a lot of heavy things, but when we talk about these heavy things, God gives us hugs. There is an impact that happens. There's an impact. There's seeds that are sown, right? And some of them take root and some of them grow and some are planted. But my story today simply is a way to remind all of us that God reaches down from heaven in the way He did from the beginning of time. And He gave us Jesus. And He reaches down from heaven and He empowers us to do His work. It says on the wall there, "You shall be my witnesses." And then every once in a while, He just does nothing at all except hugs us so that we know that He's real in our lives. And that was important to me, and I really wanted to share that with you guys. So, there you go. I'll invite John back up.